What's up everyone? This is my review of the Google Pixel tablet. Now when you first take a first glance at it, it's like a Nest Hub Max when you first take a glance at it, right? But the only difference is you can do this, right? You can detach it and use it as a tablet, right? Now, I'm going to talk about some of the specs that's in here. Now it comes with the G2 chip, 8 gigabytes RAM, 120 gigabyte hard drive, and the resolution on the screen is 2560 by 1600. Perfect for me. I'm not asking this tablet to do too much for me. I'm not asking it to be a computer replacement or anything like that. I just need it for media consumption, take down some notes and use it as a script from time to time as far as my teleprompter. And one thing I must say, I do like the design of this one because the black bezel, right? One of my gripes with the Nest Hub Max back there is the fact that it's white. That's one of my gripes with this. So with this, it kind of like got me excited for it. Now, as a tablet slash Nest Hub Max hybrid, whatever you want to call this, one of the things about this, it works like a Nest Hub Max in some degrees, in some degrees it doesn't. Now, with the Nest Hub Max, you can use the camera in there and kind of monitor area if you needed to, things like that. You can't do that with this one. And with the Nest Hub Max, you can turn the camera on and off. Well, it says it does, but you got to take your chances, I guess, with that one. Depends on how you feel. With this, you can't do that. So the camera kind of stays on all the time, which is fine. Another thing I notice about this, when it comes to charging this thing, right? You take it off, you play with it, burn some battery, put this on, start charging. Now, I was unplugged at the time because the cord is not long enough for it to plug it in, so don't mind me. But one thing I noticed about this, when you charge it, well, when it's charging, it doesn't go past 90%. I guess because they don't want to overcharge the battery, so it stays at 90%. So it never reaches 100% when you charge this thing on the dock like this. And like I said, either they did that because they don't want you to overcharge the battery, or it's just a software feature where they just put that in there so you don't go past 90. Don't know, but I have noticed that doing my testing and looking at the battery life when it comes to charging this thing on the dock. Now, since it looks like a resemblance of the Nest Hub Max, the speaker on the dock is not good at all. Compared to the Nest Hub Max, the bass ain't there, the tinniness is there, all the stuff that I don't like about a speaker, this has it. So I wouldn't be putting this in the bathroom to use as a bathroom speaker with a tablet on there from time to time so you can watch a video. This ain't that. This is, if you want to hear like a podcast, perfect for that. Music, wouldn't recommend. It's just, I don't like how it sounds to my ears. To other people, they may like it. To me, I just don't, because I like that punchier bass when it comes to my music. One of the things I've noticed with this is that coming from an iPad Pro, right? This is a 60 hertz display. The iPad Pro is a 120 hertz display. So you see the difference as far as the refresh rate and the movement and everything. Overall, using this tablet, I must say, I found it very enjoyable. I had some little, tweaks and stuff I had to learn with this one because, with most tablets, you got the arrow back and things like that. With this one, if you want to use and go back to something, depending on the app that you use, you swipe this way and it will go back to the previous, screen that you was on. And if you want to go forward, you do it the other way. Took a while to kind of get the gist of that because, just playing around with it. And the battery life for this, for me, I put this, like I said, it's basically media consumption for me. So for me, in the most part, I use this to watch Netflix, Amazon Prime, YouTube, of course. And I got a good solid 8 hours of playback from video watching. Now, standby time is not that good because I went to bed one time. It was about 78% when I went to bed. When I woke up, it was 62%. So the standby time is not that good when it comes to, the battery life by standby time. Like when you got an iPad, the standby time is excellent. You might have 68% when you go to bed. You might have 65%. Or sometimes it don't even drop. But standby time for the iPad is all that. This one is a little, you may not like it because it drains a lot faster. Now, is that because of Android and not, is it an Android thing? Is it iOS? Is that the difference when it comes to these things? Like, I just know for me, I got a solid 8 hours of playback time for watching videos, Netflix, all that stuff. Now, I ain't do no script for this, no long form paper or nothing like that. So I ain't really just use this as a tablet just to be writing notes and things like that. I just use it for media consumption and just see how well the battery life is. Now, I did have the brightness on, let me see what I had it on, because I do remember the brightness on 43%. So brightness on 33%. But like I said, the battery don't charge to 100%. Only goes to 90. So I got like about 8 hours of just playback time. Just sitting there, holding this thing in my hand, watching videos, playback, Netflix, all that stuff. Got a solid 8 hours out. So for me, that's perfect for me. Like I said, I'll use this mostly for media consumption. Now, when the time comes later on, I'm going to be writing scripts or, headlines for things like that for videos and use this on there. So I could just use Google Drive, slide, my my headline notes for whatever I'm talking about and just use this instead of my iPad. Because my iPad screen is cracked. Kids got to it and it still works. So I don't really plan on replacing it until it completely dies. But also another thing I want to talk about with this tablet is the speakers on the side of the tablet. Holding it like this, it's very tinny and vibrational when you hold it in your hand. Like when I held the iPad Pro in my hand, it didn't do that. Now, I don't know if they say this is aluminum. Now, I don't know if the speaker grill or whatever they use, but I feel like from time to time, certain things that was said, it would vibrate like right in my palm of my hand. Not a deal breaker, but something I noticed compared to this than the iPad Pro. Like I said, I don't know if it's the design, the material, or whatever inside of that. That can be an issue for some people, but for me, it wasn't a big deal. It's just something I noticed between the two. Now, I do believe this charging dock station can be bought separately. I believe it's $135. Now, if I'm wrong with the price, I'll put it in the description and go from there. But like I said, the speaker in this is not that good compared to the Nest Hub Max. So, but maybe you want more than one charging dock station within your home or studio setup, whatever you have. It's up to you. Like for me, this is what this is going to be used for: media consumption and scripts from time to time. So for me, I don't expect to do too much with this tablet as far as those things I just mentioned to you. But overall, I will say this: I generally like this tablet. Using Android in tablet form, since I haven't used an Android phone in so long, the experience was fine. Like, the volume rocker is pretty cool, up and down. The speakers on the side, like I said, is cool. Now, I did see this in a video where you magnetically put this ring around it so you can hold it up like this. So if you don't have it on a charge dock, you can use that stand and hold it like this, so you can kind of watch it as like, on tilt, which is basically a stand that you can also charge and keep it on at all times. Pretty clever. I like that. But I guess if you have it on a flat surface from time to time, some people may like using it this way. Some people like using it. Like, I didn't see a keyboard or nothing for this yet, which they may, like a Logitech one may come out or Google may send one out. But overall, like watching videos, that would be fine. I don't even know how much that cost because I didn't really look for it, but I saw it when they presented this out to everybody at their conference. If you need that, I carry this around all the time. I don't really sit it on the table, so for me, I'm like this with it, so I don't really need that. Would I recommend this over an iPad Pro or iPad? No. Only reason why. iPad Pro is that refresh rate. When you come from a 120 hertz refresh rate to a 60 hertz, you see the difference, and it's blurry. It's not as smooth. Not knocking it. It's just I got spoiled by that. So coming down to this, you know, though, that's something to the eyes differently. That's it. That's just how I look at it. But if you want a cheap Android tablet that comes with the docking station, I would recommend it. Because it's not bad. Like I said, this may not sound good, but I like this whole concept of this. One of my gripes with the iPad Pro is that, yeah, you can get these stands and everything, but you got to plug something into it. I would love to have an iPad docking station. It doesn't even got to be a speaker. Just something I could just plop on like that and then charge my iPad. And I ain't got to plug it into nothing. Would love that. That's why I like this. I'd be like, hey, I got to charge it. Plop. And it's good. I ain't got to go, let me go find a plug to go. You know, none of that stuff. That's what I like about this. That's why I would love an iPad to have something like this. But overall, I really like this. Really enjoyed it. Having fun with it. And something new to the studio. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you liked this video. If you did, hit that like button. Stay tuned for the next video. And I hope you guys see you next time. Peace.